was... Yeah, hey, LegendAqua here, and I'm going to be somewhat serious here with this video, and this is mainly because of what happened in the previous video as I've just shown, and that is the struggle of being a free-to-play player, as well as the gacha itself. But first, I think we should go over some maths a little bit. I know, but just bear with me. So, this is the calculations that I'm going for is mostly towards veteran players, not the beginners players, alright? Because they will always get an inflated amount of tamas due to the storyline quests, getting tamas, as well as all the daily quests that will net them way more tamas than the veteran will, since they've already completed it. So, okay, running down the maths, with each new event coming out through the month, I'm only calculating this through 1 month only, and there's gonna be some discrepancies here and there, but okay. So, with every banner that comes out every month, there's going to be 3. And within those 3, there will always be an awakening mission for one of those focus characters to be awakened. So, with that, there will be these kind of missions. So, give or take 5 or 6 missions to complete. So, mostly is about 6, so since there is that, let's just say 6 times 3 banners, give or take 18, but it depends on whether both characters get to focus, but for now let's just put it into only one character as the awakened one. So that's 18 right there. And then we have our event SR, and that would be another 5 or 6, but let's just keep it at 5 for now, because most of them, I think, are 5. As I said, discrepancies. Next would be the tamas we get through the Yoma raid. I get 2 tamas at the end of it most of the time, so let's add in 2 for that. And then the 1, we get 1 more tama through, let's just say, due to the new awakening normal event SRs, such as, where is it? The bunny one, which got the newest one out from mission 6. We can add another one for that, and then we can add 30 to that list because of every single daily missions we go through every day. And then we're gonna add in another 4 for, okay, give or take 4 or 8 towards every single login bonus, but I'll keep it at 4 for now. And finally, we get 15 tamas through the story. They've kind of limited it to 5 now, instead of way before where it was like 7, 9 at some points. But yeah, I'm predicting most of the the new storyline quest will be 5, and then times it by 3 through each of the modes, so that will add up to 15. And with all those calculations, we get roughly 80 tamas, give or take, like plus or minus, I'm gonna say about 5 towards that mark. But that's what we get just from doing that for an entire month. That's 80. We can do 1 temple with that just by saving up. And I'm excluding the tamas you get through the hearts because that depends on your resources. But if you could, and if you're like that determined enough, you can get heck 10, 20 tamas off some characters. I've done it before. So with that all added up, we get 100 tamas, more than 100 tamas every month. And I will be saying, is that enough for the gacha? And for the most part, it always depends on the rates. But for free-to-play players and the game giving us technically 2 temples every month, that is still good. It is being really generous to be really honest with you here, because I play heaps of mobile games. This one is actually being generous. Fire Emblem Heroes gets a little bit cheap, I should say, with its free orbs from what I remember from last playing it. But Senran Kagura, it is always consistent. But something on the really slow side is probably Fate Grand Order, and you could probably make maybe 1 temple in a month. So yeah, I know my stuff through experience. Senran Kagura New Link is being very generous by giving you at least 2 temples for every gacha, and then to add on to that, some of the banners will give you free temples. That's incentive to get to at least 150 tamas. So obviously carry that on to the next month. You essentially have 3 temples by the end of 2 months. That is very generous. Just come on. But, okay, for free-to-play players, like, it is generous. It is generous, and I'm starting to ramble on, but you get my point with this. Banners, like, the amount of banners it's giving us, it's not like Symphogear where they just throw a banner a day. I'm not kidding here. Symphogear, that game, every single time it updates for a new stuff every day, it will spring a banner on you like, ugh. But for these, it's just like this one major focus banner that is completely new, maybe be limited, and this is the thing you need to focus on, etc., etc. So it's only one compared to Symphogear's crazy amount of banners, and from experience, Fire Emblem Heroes also did the same thing. So yeah, it is very hard. Oh wait, I should have gone back. Sorry. Like, it is very hard grinding for those tamas and waiting 2-3 months just to pull on anything. But for free-to-play players, that's the nature of the game, unfortunately. Unless you're play-to-win users, you're gonna spend money on it, and obviously want to get the character that you wanted. And I said this in a comment before, actually in the previous video to be honest, about like these collab banners are nothing but bait banners for even stronger characters to come out. And then that will also come into play with the rates. As I said in the previous video, trying to get Kano and Rofuku is 0.5%. That is ludicrous. I definitely remember the rates being at least 3%. But with the rates now, it's pretty much Fate Grand Order's rates. Though the pull is very big now. I did wish they actually did something with this. But yeah, to be honest, the fact that it's 0.06% for non-focused, but 0.5% for focused, and yet we still can't get them, is still worrying. Even worse for collab characters. It really is, but it's to do with the rates. That is the major problem, and no matter how many temples you do, 1% is very hard to go, like, very... You don't want to pull, if that is even the case. I did, because I did kind of want one of these characters, but obviously it failed me, and I just got bad luck. But I will still I'll still play it. Like, the game is not like Fate Grand Order. It's not like Fire Emblem Heroes, where Senran Kagura has consistently been generous towards free-to-play players. I will put that out there, because a lot of people say that it is pay to win. Not in my case, not how I see it. 100 tamers a month. That is being extremely generous. As well as giving us free temples after the third one. And not only that, you just need to grind and work hard on it, and therefore you can do it. And if you actually get the character that you wanted, like that, you finally did it. You get that feeling, and in my opinion, that's more than enough for me to continue it. Fate Grand Order and Fire Emblem Heroes had their major problems in the gacha, but to say that they weren't generous, well, considering that I quit Fire Emblem Heroes, so I can't really say much about that, but I will say about Fate Grand Order. Fate Grand Order is a completely different base towards Senran Kagura. They function differently, and the gacha is extremely brutal. But for Fate Grand Order, it's just about, well, the gameplay and waifu collecting. And the only connection towards that to Senran Kagura is waifu collecting. Okay, I hopefully got my point towards being a free-to-play player in Senran Kagura. It's not as bad as it looks, to be honest. There are much worse, like, unfair free-to-play games out there. This one is being mildly generous, to say the least, and which is why I'll still carry on playing it. And to be honest, Senran Kagura, the only times the game actually really got on my nerves is while pulling for the gacha. The rest of them had a pretty good experience all around, and as I said, consistency is what Senran Kagura is good at, and that is saying something for a free-to-play game. Okay, I think I'll leave it here. And for free-to-play players, all I'll be saying is just be patient. You will get them someday, and your patience will be rewarded at some point. It did for me at a certain point during the game. Let's just hope it carries on. Okay, with that, LA out.